Chapter 5 of To Boldly Go Where No Pony's Gone Before. Laura stood in front of a large mural, her eyes narrow as she took in every detail of it. From the armor-clad pony jousting to the arcade script that twisted and flowed along the edges. She raised the figure to it, stopping just short touching the paint. Let me see here. And the brave knight strode forth to battle the Ursa Minor. Her eyes flicked up. Ah, Starbear. She paused. Wait, Starbear? Is something amiss? Ura turned around to voice. She glanced down and spotted a unicorn stallion with a unicorn mare standing behind her. The stallion wore a suit jacket and tie, with a monocle that floated a few inches above his muzzle. The mare was lanky, almost willowy, carried herself with an aura of confidence and grace. The stallion bowed his head. Oh! Don't be sorry, Commander Hurrah, how rude of me. He said to the foreleg, My name is Fancy Pants. My wife, Fiordalise. I couldn't help but overhear you. Smoggle swung around and floated up towards the mural itself. Ah, I remember this one. When the Earl of the Three Tribes, Sir Bill the Brave, if I'm not mistaken. Hurrah looked back at the mural. Ah, yes. Sir Bill the Brave and his good friends, Sam the Wise and Frozen Door. Sam and Bill. Ha! It reads they fought Starbear. You have any idea what they're referring to you? Fancy Pants' Moggle swiveled to face Ura. My dear, are you actually able to read that? Or not. Well, it's a little difficult, mister. Fancy Pants chuckled. Oh, just call me Fancy Pants. But as I was saying, you're really able to read that? Roger Chin. Well, there's more than a bit of exploration. From my research, your modern language appears to be a merge of several languages, related but still distinct from another. For nine, the languages of the three types merged together at the first hot swimming. There are still some terms distinctive to pony type, but by and large, we all speak the same language. Or not, that makes sense. Horns and wings would leave some lingering slang and phrases. There's also how your senses with the fur. Pig's eye and wind currents, unicorns and their horns, and earth ponies and their hooves. Fancy's presence furrowed. Tell me, how long have you been able to study our language? Ura shrugged. Oh, not now. Maybe 3 or 4 hours, when I wasn't helping Dr. McCoy with some of his medical examinations. Fancy Pants and Fleur stirred up in Ura, mouse agape. 3 or 4 hours? You know, this is just making me wish that Star Trek showed off more Ura being awesome at language security and communications, but when you're a communications officer, you don't really get that much time to be an interesting story character. In spite of how important Ura is to television in general, respect her. Fleur leaned forward. Is there any chance that we could hear you speak those machines we've heard of? She held up a hoof. I swear we won't laugh. Fleur glanced down, her eyes had closed. Suddenly, she looked up and pressed her fingers to her right hand to her throat and began to speak. Melodious sounds came out, rising and falling in pitch. Hello. I am happy to speak singing with you. The eels of the Federation world say hello. She stopped speaking, her brow furrowed. Wait a minute. No, I think I said eels there, didn't I? Yeah, another reason why I love Star Trek 6. Ura plays a really cool part in there where she starts translating Klingon. It is awesome. And again, if you give me a chance, I can spend 30 minutes talking about why I love Star Trek 6. Fancy Pants bit his lips, but the mildest of chuckles came out. He waved a foreleg in the air. My apologies, Commander, Vanna said, cheeks turning red. In all seriousness, that you can actually speak and read our language so out of 2 hours of study is remarkable. Ura flashed a brilliant smile. Thank you, Fancy Pants. She looked to the mural. So, Starbear, would you happen to know what you'd be referring to? Fleur tried up to the mural when the image was over. Well, it's probably referring to the tale of their fight against the Ursa Minor. I seem to recall reading about that in school, but for the life of me I can't recall the exact details. Fleur looked up from the mural to the floor. So, is this an actual animal that's native to the planet? Fleur nodded, smiling. Oh yes, they spend a lot of time hibernating, but if you wake one up, it can get very nasty very quickly. Last time I heard about one being woken up was about 2 to Fancy Pants 4 years ago in Ponyville. Fancy Pants niggered. Ah, yes. I remember reading about that little incident in the next day's briefings. Ponyville was very lucky Princess Sparkle was there to placate it and send it back to its mother. Laura looked at the writing in the mural, squinting. This mentions something about a major problem. Wait, no, not a problem. Eliza, is that missing another bear? Fancy Pants chuckled slightly. Ha ha ha! Yes, it's referring to the top form of the bear, the Ursa Major. The one that can cradle the Ursa Minor like a mother would cradle the foals. Positively got Gotchwood! Laura shuddered, hinted Flora. I'm not sure anyone's seen an Ursa Minor in the living memory, buying either Celestia or Luna, and I'm very sure that's a good thing too. She looked to Laura. Have you encountered any lost beasts in your travel among the stars? Laura nodded, half smiled. Oh, there have been a few here and there. Some were friendly, others not so much. Red Roses of band started playing once more. What lovely music. Fancy Pants of Fear followed her gaze. Yes. Octavia's Philharmonic, Fleur said. One of the rising stars is the Canterlot music scene. She is quite brilliant and skilled. Laura and the 2 ponies started moving towards the stage. By then, Octavia's bow moved fearlessly across the strings, her head down and movements precise. Her bandmates somehow managed to keep up. All their movements in sync as they produced beautiful music. Laura slowly knelt down and leaned in close to Fancy Pants. Pardon me for asking, but how does she hold on to the bow with hooves? She looked back at the band, or for that matter, manipulated the strings. Fancy Pants chuckled. He held to his own foreleg and waited forth. And those ponies also magic not through a hole in the wings, but through their hooves. They are also quite a bit more flexible than they appear to be. The man finished their piece, and Laura stood up and clapped, while the others around her stomped their hooves very quickly. She stomped a hoof down her own. Then a unicorn mare walked over to Laura's side, opposite Fancy Pants and Fleur, and looked down at her. I say, how do you manage to keep your balance like that? Laura stopped to pause. Oh, it's not that hard, miss. Laura chuckled about her head. My apologies, Miss Laura. I'm Lyrica Lilac. It's a pleasure to meet you. She glanced at the mural. I overheard you speaking our language. Remarkable. Laura knelt down to Lyrica's level and held out her fists, allowing Lyrica to bump it. Thank you. Please call me Nyota. Hopefully over the next few days, so I can figure out how to say the word worlds instead of eels. Lyrica opened her mouth, silent for a moment before laughing. I look forward to that. And please, call me Eureka. Fancy Pants watched forward to face Lyrica. Enjoying yourself, my dear? Lyrica smiled regarding Fancy Pants. Quite so, dear Fancy. I must admit, I'm rather concerned about being stuck between the Federation and Klingon Empire. So here I set up. No offense, Nyota. It's still a bit nerve-wracking. Lyrica outside. I can't blame you that, Lyrica. Even the current Cold War between our governments can flare up. I can only assure you, the Federation will respect any decisions made by our government. Lyrica nodded decided. Thank you, Nyota, for that. I only hope the Klingons are respected too. Lyrica's eyes lifted as he focused on a group of Klingons near the stage. Looking up as Octavia began another song. Well, okay. They're smart and don't want their fleet swallowed by a solar flare. They'll abide too. Scotty, Chekhov, and Sulu walked up to a buffet table. Scotty looked over a punch bowl filled with cider and groaned, Heck! This is ridiculous! Don't they have anything stronger than the rest of the water? He unclipped a flask from his killed sporin, and screwed the stopper and took a swig. Ah, now that's better. Chekhov rolled his eyes. Whiskey. Little ladies learning how to do that. They need vodka. Sulu slapped his forehead. Do you two have to do this every time alcohol's involved? Sky looked him up. Just a matter of pride, sort of. Let's have that mother's milk touched over the finest liquor in the galaxy. Dad flew over and jabbed a hoof at Sky's flask. Hey, what's in that? Sky and Chekhov looked at each other. Sky held up a flask and looked it over. This lassie is whiskey. It's so much longer than that cider in the bowl. Chekhov rubbed his chin. Miss Thus, do you think you could help Mr. Scott and I in an experiment? Sulu injected himself between Rainbow Dash and his fellow officers. Okay, now hold on, you two. You are not getting anyone drunk in order to settle the standard grudge between you. Rainbow Dash groaned. Okay, fine. Listen, there's a bar at the edge of Plainfield called the Punch Bowl. I'll be done with my weather patrol duties tomorrow by 1 o'clock. So why not stop by there a little after and whatever you got? Hey, I'll even pick up Applejack. The sire is for Sweet Apple Acres. Sky runs his chin. Yeah, well, I think I could swing by after visiting that rock farm, or whatever it was with Vincent and that. Alright, lassie, you got yourself a deal. He turned to Chekhov. Unless you're afraid, Mr. Chekhov, of finally being proven wrong. Chester scowled. Niet, Mr. Scott. A small group of Klingons walked over. Whiskey! Vodka! Why not let her and some of the others taste real drinks? Lear, rather stocky Klingon with a bald head, but rather thicker beard, said, I have a vat of blood wine aboard the Pride, and I will place that against anything you two Earthers bring down from the Enterprise. Sky sidestepped Slew and approached the Klingon. Aye, lad, you think so? The Klingon fell to land. Let us not get violent here, Mr. Scott, or at this punch bowl. I was one of the survivors of Captain Kang's forward command, the Fultuk. Let us wage our battle with drinks this time around. Sky looked at Sulu, then Chekhov, back at Klingon and smiled. Aye, I think that's a wonderful idea. Kill it! Send the Greeks! He said, Chief Engineer of the Canal's Pride. Sky leaned his head back slightly. In order to meet you, Mr. Kirik. He turned to Rainbow Dash. Any objections with us? Rainbow Dash shook her head. No way, Mr. Scott. She rubbed her foreheads together and cackled. I'm looking forward to this now. Kelly exchanged a glance with his compatriots. Then we meet tomorrow, am I? Preferred via the battle. He thumped his chest before walking off. Sky leaned over and glanced a look at Chekhov. Laddie, we got the sodium brandy. The pride of the Enterprise is on the line. And I'll be damned if we lose to the Klingons on this. Okay, boys. I have it on good conscience that somewhere aboard the Enterprise in McCoy's private stash, he's got some bona fide Romulan ale. What we need to do is go there, grab some, we're done. Let's see how those fucking those Klingon fat cowards deal with that. Celestia, Luna, and Twilight wandered through the main hall, their course seemingly random, but carefully laid out so they could see the maximum number of guests in the minimum amount of time. They exchanged small talk for the most part, some conversations taking a deeper turn. They eventually came upon Kirk, Spock, and Bones, the trio standing near the balcony. Enjoying yourselves, gentlemen. Kirk looked up and raised a glass. Quite an informative party so far, Your Highness. He also to Bones. My chief medical officer's been filling me in on some examinations he's done on your citizens. He waved to Spock. My first officer has also told me about some rather unique properties of the ecosystem as compared to others we've been to. Luna laughed. Ha ha ha! I presume you speak of being a geocentric solar system, as opposed to heliocentric. She looked at Spock, her expression softening. We overheard your reluctance to broach the subject, Mr. Spock. We appreciate your respect, but it's unnecessary. If you and Mara have questions, then please ask. Bones smirked behind the glass. Might not want to said that, Princess. Once Mr. Spock gets started asking questions, we could be here all week. Spock right slightly on his heels.
I'm sorry my curiosity upsets you, Doctor. Shall we use small words so as not to confuse you?
Bones rolled his eyes.
Well, Mr. Spock, that almost sounds like an emotional response. How very human of you.
Spock raised an eyebrow.
There's no need for insults, Doctor. I was merely inquiring how you wish for us to proceed.
Twilight's head went back and forth between the two. Are you two really okay? You seem really argumentative, even more so than before.
Kirk held his arms out. You have to forgive them, Twilight. Bones and Spock mean well, but their personalities are so extreme to each other. Classes are inevitable between them.
Twilight rubbed her chin, eyes still darting back and forth. If you say so, Captain. Still, you two did seem to be followed to arguing pretty quickly.
Bones held out her hand. Now, Princess, things might get a bit extreme between Mr. Spock and I, but in all honesty, we do respect each other.
Spock nodded. That's true, Princess Sparkle. It's simply that I find Dr. McCoy to be somewhat emotional. Focus pride themselves on emotional control. Logic and rational, controlled thought are among the cornerstones of our society.
Bones smiled.
It's harmless overall, Your Highness. Nothing to worry about.
Twilight owned Bones and Spock. Right, sure. She stepped back and bowed her head. Clipboard and quill pointed to the existence in front of her face. Bones stared at Twilight as he wrote.
Why did I just get a sinking feeling in the pit of my stomach?
Luna nodded slowly. Spock spoke. I see. Bones looked confused as he shrugged. Such thoughts making an emotion like that are rare. Admittedly, quite alien to the questions. We can be very expressive. She bowed her head. I hope this does not offend you, Mr. Spock.
Spock shook his head. Negative, Your Highness. We Vulcans practice a philosophy known as Edik, or infinite diversity in infinite combinations. We celebrate the vast array of variables in the universe.
Spock looked at Celestia.
As I was about to begin, Your Highness, the setup of your solar system is geocentric, which goes against all known cosmological models of solar systems. Do you know how such a thing is possible? And if so, can you also illuminate us on how it came to be?
Celestia nodded. I would be happy to talk to you about that, Mr. Spock. She turned and looked over to her shoulder, eyes narrowing as he scanned the crowd. However, I don't think it would be fair to say anything without your Klingon counterparts here. While Celestia slurred, Bones spoke up.
Begging your pardon, Your Highness, but I do have 2 questions if I may.
Spock raised an eyebrow. You have questions, Doctor?
Bones ignored Spock as he continued.
Well, first off, food's quite good. Compliments to your chefs. I was just curious, why our formal setting?
Luna turned partially around, extending a wing towards the main hall. You mean, why a buffet and no formal seating arrangement of tables? We equestrians are communal. Most of the time, we feel better being able to mingle among our friends and family.
Kirk nodded. That makes sense. On Earth, we too have horses, not sapient as compared to equestrians. They're herd animals, tending to live in groups.
Twilight looked up from her clipboard. Sounds a lot like how we are, Captain. No matter what you're doing, it's more fun with a friend. Celestia let out a small gasp. Found them. She went away towards the far end of the room. Kang and Mara stood near a long pane to looking up at it. Mara would occasionally point at it, while Kang nodded every time she spoke. Celestia looked to Luna, then to the others. If you excuse me, I'll go ask her to join us. With that, she walked off.
Spock raised an eyebrow. Fascinating. I would have expected her to send an aide to retrieve them, not go herself.
Twilight grinned. Princess Celestia likes to do things herself when possible. She doesn't like bothering others if it's something minor.
Bones chuckled. I knew there was something else I liked about her. Actually, leads to my second question.
Luna leaned her head forward slightly. What question is that, Doctor?
Bones shrugged. Just wondering why you're princesses instead of, I don't know, queen?
Spock looked at him. Interesting, Doctor. The same line of inquiry has also occurred to me.
Bones sparked a laugh and rocked out his heels.
Yeah, well, wonders never cease.
Spock darted on his brow. Indeed, Doctor. There may be hope for you yet.
Luna half smiled, even as Twilight looked back to her clipboard and resumed writing. Both Celestia and I feel that the title of Queen would put too much of a distance between ourselves and others. Princesses can walk among the populace with a modicum of closeness and familiarity. Queens cannot. Wow, what an awesome rationalization. And this, folks, is why RK is an awesome writer. It should be cherished and highlighted every time you talk about good fanfics. Go Team RK! Woo! Any further conversation was cut off with a loud crash echoed through the main hall, silencing the band and any conversation. All heads turned towards the table near the center of the hall. Rarity and Blueblood stood there. Celestia, King, and Mara right by them. A large platter of Honduras was also on the ground, spattered and scattered across the carpet. Several of them were also stuck to Rarity's dress and Blueblood's tuxedo. Blueblood stuttered and patted his tuxedo down with sauce.
You clumsy fool, and you've ruined my suit!
Rarity's right eye twitched. She ground her teeth together, scraping the enamel audible to everyone in the hall. She opened her mouth and strangely polite and said, "Oh, please forgive me, Prince Blueblood. I didn't see you. I stood still and you brought it to me, locking me to the table, sending me the platter flying. How clumsy of me." Blueblood sat to hold at Rarity.
Don't try to deflect any blame.
His eyes narrowed, leaned in close, causing Rarity to lean away.
Wait, I think I know you. Haven't I seen you somewhere before?
Rarity's left eye joined her right, twitching. You can't be serious. Celestia stepped forward and dipped her head. Are you two all right? King scowled. He stepped to Celestia's side and crossed his arms. Remained silent for the time being. Luna turned around to face the escalating situation. Slapped her face with a hoof and slowly dragged it down. Kirk looked at Spock, then Bones. If you'll excuse me, he said before breaking from the group and walking over. Bones reached out and grabbed Kirk in the arm.
Jim, what in God's name do you think you're going to accomplish out there?
Kirk shrugged him off. Hopefully heading off an interstellar incident. He tucked down his shirt before continuing over. Is there a problem? Blueblood's head shot up and his eyes narrowed.
Of course there's a problem, he suddenly gasped. Wait, I do know you.
Rarity let out a sigh. Finally.
You're one of those miscreants who ruined the Gangal Brigada a few years ago.
His eyes narrowed.
You got cake all over my suit.
Rarity's eyes widened. What? He let out a growl, causing Blueblood to flinch. You used me as a shield to block that cake in the first place! And you acted like a boss out the entire evening! Kirk dropped to one knee and held out his hands. Now, if you both calm down and take a step back, I think...
Blueblood raked him off. Captain, this is none of your concern.
Rarity rolled her eyes. Afraid of someone impossible, Blueblood? You and I both know how the Honorable Captain Kirk would view this. Single door, especially something. Captain, you do believe I would never be the instigator in any sort of education to you. Kirk hesitated for a moment. Rarity, I do wish to believe you, but I haven't. Blueblood's cheeks flashed red.
You believe her over me? How dare you?
He spun to his left, dragged himself along the floor and snorted.
I am Prince Blueblood, and I will be given the respect I deserve.
Kang barked a
Ha!
laugh.
Respect is earned, not given, Prince. I believe Kirk has given you all the respect you deserve.
Kirk looked up at Kang. Blueblood lowered his head and judged his horn in Kirk's direction.
You spurious cur, I will not be insulted by you.
He pulled out a handkerchief from his pocket and was magic and threw it at Kirk, smacking him in the chest with it.
I challenge you to a duel.
Kirk looked down at the handkerchief, then back at Blueblood. I don't think that would be wise in this case, Your Highness. Negotiations between the Equestria and the Federation. He held his hands. Do you wish to endanger them as cess? Blueblood's cheeks turned red.
Bah, you coward!
Kirk's gaze drifted to King and Mara, who were both watching with increasing interest. Celestia, Your Highness? Celestia let outside. Captain, Blueblood is within his right to challenge you like this. There's nothing I, Luna, Kings, or Twilight can do about it. Let's think back to the three tribes, and we agreed not to interfere with duels. If it makes it any easier, this will affect negotiations. Kang spoke up.
He tells you, cock. The only honorable thing to do is to accept.
Kirk rubbed his forehead. Very well. He picked a handkerchief up. I accept. Murmuring spoke up between his fit ears. Blue Blood nodded. Very well. We'll meet at Continental Castle in 2 days' time. Ready yourself. With that, he went right off. Spock and Bones ran over to Kirk's side, while Uhura, Chekhov, Sky, and Sulu also arrived.
Jim, that was a bad idea.
Bones said.
Joel, are you excited?
Kane walked over.
He did the only thing a man such as he can, Doctor.
He patted Kirk on the shoulder, sending him tumbling a bit.
Teach that dog a lesson.
Sushi walked up to Kirk. I am very sorry about my nephew, Captain. Sometimes I think he has a bit of a chip on his shoulder. Kirk held up his hand. Thank you, Your Highness. I will keep that in mind. He went to his left. Spock, I need you to dig up everything I can on dueling traditions. Try to teleport over. Captain, may I be assistant to Mr. Spock? Duels nowadays are very rare. I think he might need some assistance digging any information in our libraries. Kirk looked down and smiled. Thank you, Twilight. That would be most helpful. Mr. Sulu, make sure all diplomatic and surveying missions are continuing. I don't want any interruptions to our schedule. Commander Uhura, if you're not busy with their languages, please assess Spock and Twilight. I have a feeling your skills will be most helpful. Bones looked up.
And you, Jim?
Kirk sighed and waved general drinks and blew bus apartment there. I'll be trying to defuse the situation. Barring that, making sure I get out of this one piece. Went to the officers. Dismiss. Other subs. Thanks to Talon and Thor for pre-reading. Yes, I will be portraying the Canterlot populace as, overall, good ponies with 1 or 2 bad eggs. It's how I've always seen them. Me too. I do hope that there's a lot of other people who always see them like that. Place your bets, people. Kirk versus Blue Blood. Everybody? Blue Blood, Blue Blood, Blue Blood, Blue Blood, Blue Blood, Blue Blood, Blue Blood. Sorry. Well, everybody in the studio has it. Wait. Char. Main 6. Trixie.
It's Friday. It's a Friday the 13th week. You better be ready to do a certain fic.